How much do you know about Granolah? And how much more you want to know? Hello guys, it's Manganime World here. And today, we will discover 10 facts that you should know about the Revenger himself, Granolah. Starting the list with number 10. His race. The most important thing concerning Granolah, at least initially, is his race. Granolah is a cerealian who belongs to planet Cereal. His race was completely annihilated by the likes of the Scions and clever plans from the Heater's force, and he ended up becoming the last known survivor of his race. Granolah has, since then, been seeking revenge for what was done to his people. However, his motivations change quite a lot during the Granolah the Survivor arc. As he quoted, "Scions are coming to my planet once again. It's 50 years overdue, but revenge will finally be mine." Number 9. His goal. Granolah's character is fixated on revenge, and for that purpose he wants to get tremendously powerful. Although he didn't start the arc as one of the strongest characters, he certainly achieved that level of skill, and even fought Goku and Vegeta impressively. Granolah aims to use his strength to avenge his people by killing Frieza, one of the strongest people in Universe 7. As the manga progresses, only time will tell if he eventually gets to achieve this goal. Number 8. His creation. Granolah is key to the Granolah the Survivor arc, evident from the fact that the arc is solely about him and is titled after the character. Going forward, he could play a big role in the story, and is thus an important character. Granolah has light skin, wavy green hair, one dark green eye and one red eye, and wears what appears to be a buckled leather eye patch with a dial over his right eye. The rest of his attire consists of a dark yellowish-green shirt under a green coat with yellow buttons, a long gray scarf, a dual-buckled belt, and dark yellowish-green gloves and boots. Granolah is a stern, serious individual, coming off as uninviting and cold, but also holding a great ambition. Interestingly, Granolah was created by Toyotaru himself, rather than not Akira Toriyama. Nonetheless, Toyotaru had Toriyama's help throughout the process of crafting Granolah, and he gained his approval in the end. Number 7. His name. Akira Toriyama is known for coming up with some clever puns for names in Dragon Ball. The series continues that tradition in its sequel as well, and Granolah's name is no exception. Guranora, in Japanese. In the Granolah the Survivor arc, fans got to see characters like Elec, whose name comes from electricity, oil, and gas, whose names come from the energy sources respectively. His mother name is Muesli, and even Maki, whose name comes from firewood. Granolah, quite obviously, and is named after granola, which is a breakfast food made of rolled oats, and is a nod to his planet Cereal. Number 6. His connection to Bardock. Many decades ago, Granolah lived on Cereal with his people, the Cerealians, and a tribe of Namekians. One day, the Cerealian homeworld was attacked and conquered by the Frieza Force and its Scion army. Using the full moon, the Scions transformed into great apes and annihilated nearly all of the population in their cities. With the help of his people, a young and frightened Granolah ran inside of an abandoned building to hide with his mother Muesli, only to be discovered by a great ape with a scar on its face. The sight of the great ape caused a frightened Granolah to faint. Desperate, the Cerealians destroyed their moon, causing the great apes to revert back to normal. Although, even without the full moon, the Scions were more than powerful enough to wipe out the Cerealians. Bardock, having reverted as well, approached Granolah and his mother inside the building. Muesli, frightened, shoots one of Bardock's shoulder guards off as a warning. Suddenly, Leek calls out to Bardock from outside. Leek says they've completed their mission and must leave. Bardock tells Leek to go without him as he'll look for survivors, not informing about Granolah and Muesli. Bardock saved Granolah and Muesli just because he felt like it at the moment. Even though Bardock said it was on a whim, he went as far as hiding their presence from his own people and warning them about Frieza's incoming threat. Number 5. Granolah the Bounty Hunter. Although Muesli didn't survive, Granolah was able to get himself to safety and thus became the last known member of the Cerealian race to live. Eventually, he decided to exact vengeance on Frieza and the Scions for what they did to his people. Using the destruction of his home as a source of motivation, Granolah was able to get stronger. Eventually, he met an individual named Oatmeal and became a bounty hunter, thus increasing his strength and building towards his ultimate goal. Number 4. Granolah's Nightmares. Ever since the destruction of his planet at the hands of Frieza, Granolah has had quite a difficult time. Having been the only survivor, Granolah is understandably haunted by all the memories that he had of the event. For years, he used to have nightmares. Even in Dragon Ball Super's Granolah the Survivor arc, fans get to see him have nightmares in the present time. which is over 50 years after the destruction of his planet. It's no wonder. Such a traumatic event would surely leave scars. Number 3. His sniping ability. Granolah is an incredible sniper and quite possibly one of the best in Dragon Ball. This is partially thanks to his Cerealian right eye, and partially because he trained himself over the years and gained loads of experience. This was evident when he knocked out Goichi's guards easily with his stun gun, and then took down OG soldiers with his finger beams. His true skill in battle is quite frightening to behold. His speed and sniping skills allowed him to force Super Saiyan Vegeta and Base Goku utilizing autonomous Ultra Instinct on the defensive and unable to track his location, as well as instantly knocking out Base Goku with a sniper shot to a vital point. Number 2. His right eye. Granolah is exceptionally skilled in combat, and one of his biggest assets when it comes to this is his right eye's prowess, which was noted by Oatmeal to be superior to that of other Cerealians, and the extensive work he put into refining his skills over the years. After having evolved it to the next level, Granolah is able to detect the slightest of muscle movements and observe blood flow amazingly well. Thanks to this power, a strike at his opponent's pressure point is enough for him to win against them, or at the very least, weaken them severely. His fighting style is quite unique and also quite effective at the same time. Number 1. The strongest mortal? For a while, Granolah successfully uses the password to summon the eternal dragon of cereal, Taranbo. The dragon tells Granolah that he will grant any one wish if it is within his power. Oatmeal says Granolah doesn't have to state his wish in the Namekian language. Granolah tells Taranbo that he wishes to become the strongest warrior in the universe. Taranbo asks Granolah if his wish is to make him the strongest warrior in his universe apart from deities. But while Granolah is eager to have the wish granted, he is halted when Taranbo tells him that he can make Granolah stronger, but not more than his latent potential will allow. Despite Granolah's disappointment, the dragon then tells him that if he is willing to agree to a certain condition, he can indeed become the strongest. Granolah agrees, ready to do whatever it takes to gain the power to bring Frieza down. Taranbo explains the condition. He can multiply the Cerealian's current strength by condensing all the power that he could have achieved throughout his lifetime, though this would require a drastic cut in Granolah's lifespan, 150 years gone, with only 3 left. Granolah, however, is still dead set on having his wish granted, and thus accepts the condition in full. Thanks to Taranbo, Granolah was able to become the strongest mortal in the entire universe at one point in the story. He became stronger than the likes of even Goku, who had the power of perfected Ultra Instinct, and Vegeta, who had the power of Ultra Ego up his sleeve. Later on, however, he was surpassed by Gas, who then went on to become the strongest mortal in the universe. It seems the title is one that is always being handed around. That was it for this video. If you liked it, don't be shy to subscribe and hit the noti bell. If you would like more content like this, write down in the comments what characters' 10 facts you want to hear about. It was Mang Anime World here. See you in the next video.